What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? You better buckle up because we got some big-time news about one of the greatest players to ever wear the red and gold, Travis freaking Kelce. That's right, the rumors have been swirling, the speculation has been heating up, and Chiefs fans everywhere have been wondering, is Kelce coming back for 2025? Or is this the end of an era? Well, folks, we got some breaking updates, and let's just say, if you were worried about losing our legendary tight end, you might be able to breathe a little easier today. Here's what we know. Kelce not done yet? The inside scoop. After the Super Bowl 59 heartbreak, where we all watched the Eagles shut down our dream of a three-peat, rumors started flying that Kelce might be hanging up the cleats for good. And honestly, it made sense, right? The guy's 35. He's been playing at an elite level for over a decade. And let's be real, he doesn't need football anymore. He's got a growing podcast, a massive entertainment career. And oh yeah, he's literally dating the biggest pop star on the planet. I mean, dude could retire tomorrow and still be a superstar. But guess what? It looks like Kelce ain't ready to walk away just yet. NFL insider Diana Rossini just dropped a bombshell, saying that Kelce is actually leaning toward coming back for another season. That's right. Travis still feels like he's got some gas left in the tank, and the Chiefs organization is feeling good about it. Now, don't get me wrong, nothing is set in stone yet. Things could change, and retirement is always a possibility. But if the Chiefs believe that Kelce is returning, that's a huge sign that he's still locked in for at least one more ride with Mahomes and the crew. But wait, is Kelce still that dude? All right, let's talk real talk for a second. Is Kelce still the dominant force he used to be? Look, we all know he wasn't putting up video game numbers like in past seasons. In 2024, he finished with white heavy checkmark 97 receptions, white heavy checkmark 823 yards, white heavy checkmark 3 touchdowns, white heavy checkmark 8.5 yard per catch. Now, let's be honest, that's a drop-off from his prime years. But hear me out. Even at 35, Kelce is still one of the smartest, toughest, and most reliable weapons in the game. The man shows up in the playoffs, he makes the clutch catches, and oh yeah, he's still Mahomes' go-to guy. And let's not forget, it's not just about what he does on the field. Kelce is the heart and soul of this team. His leadership, his energy, his trash talk. He's a guy that keeps the locker room fired up. What this means to the Chiefs in 2025. Now, if Kelce does come back, the Chiefs still have work to do. Let's be real. We need more weapons for Mahomes. Last season, we saw too many drop passes, too many missed opportunities, and way too much rely on Pacheco and the defense to bail us out. With the salary cap going up, the Chiefs have to go all in on bringing in another legit playmaker to help Mahomes. Because as great as Kelce is, we can't expect him to carry the passing game like he did a few years ago. So here's the million-dollar question, Chiefs Kingdom. Right arrow, do you think Kelce should come back for one more season? Right arrow, or should the Chiefs start preparing for life after him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button so you never miss a single update on the greatest team in football. Go Chiefs. Fire trophy. Chiefs Kingdom, let's talk Trey Smith. Now that we've covered Travis Kelce's potential return, let's shift gears to one of the biggest free agents on the market. And guess what? He's a Chief. That's right. I'm talking about Trey Smith, our monster of guard, the dude who's been protecting Mahomes and paving the way for Pacheco. But here's the thing. It looks like he's about to hit the open market. And one team that could really use him? The Miami Dolphins. But don't get it twisted. They probably can't afford him. Dolphins need help, but they're broke. Look, we all saw Miami struggle late last season. They need help on the O-line. They need to give Tua more protection, and Trey Smith would be a perfect fit. But there's just one problem, money. According to reports, the Dolphins are barely under the salary cap, and once you factor in their rookie class and pending free agents, things get even tighter. Translation? They're not in a position to hand out massive contracts. And if you think Miami is about to throw a bag at Trey Smith, let me remind you, they literally let Robert Hunt walk last offseason because he was too expensive. So why would they turn around and break the bank for another guard? It doesn't add up. Who else is out of Miami's price range? And it's not just Trey Smith. Based on Miami's cap struggles, It's highly unlikely they go after big-name free agents like prohibited Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, or Amari Cooper at WR. Prohibited Zach Martin or Brandon Scherf at guard. Prohibited Javon Hargrave or DJ Jones at DT. Prohibited Marcus Williams or Justin Reed at safety. Prohibited Carlton Davis, Charvarius Ward, DJ Reed, or Byron Murphy at CB. I mean, let's be real. The Dolphins don't shop in the VIP section when it comes to free agency. Miami's history tells a story. Look at what they did last year. The biggest deal they handed out was a 3-year, $26 million contract to linebacker Jordan Brooks. That's nothing compared to what top-tier free agents are going to demand this offseason. Instead of making splashy signings, Miami has been going for budget-friendly moves. Guys like heavy checkmark veteran signings on short-term deals, Calais Campbell, Jordan Poyer. Heavy checkmark players cut from other teams, Jonas Smith. Heavy checkmark mid-tier contracts, Aaron Brewer, Kendall Fuller. The last time the Dolphins spent big on a free agent, Terran Armstead back in 2022. And even that deal has already been restructured. So let's be real. Trey Smith to Miami? Probably not happening. What does this mean for the Chiefs? Now, here's where it gets interesting for us as Chiefs fans. If Trey Smith really is leaving, that means Kansas City has some decisions to make. Stop sign, do they try to keep him with a competitive offer? Stop sign, or do they let him walk and look for a replacement in the draft or free agency? Look, losing a key piece of the offensive line is always tough. But one thing we know, Brett Veach knows how to build a roster. So whatever happens, trust that the Chiefs will have a plan. But now I gotta ask you, Chiefs Kingdom, fire should KC do whatever it takes to keep Trey Smith? Fire, or is it time to move on and find someone new? We just talked about Trey Smith free agency, but now we have a bombshell report. Red Circle, the Miami Dolphins, are being predicted as a team that could steal Trey Smith from Kansas City. Red Circle. That's right. According to Pro Football Network, Miami is projected to offer a massive contract to Trey Smith, potentially a 5-year, $105 million deal. If that happens, he'd become one of the highest-paid guards in NFL history. Dolphins' desperate move? Miami had a rough 8-9 season in 2024, and a big part of their struggles came from their offensive line, which ranked 26th in the league. If they want to fix that, going after a Pro Bowl caliber guard like Trey Smith makes perfect sense. But here's the catch. Miami doesn't have much cap space. If they want to pull this off, they'd have to heavy checkmark restructure contracts. Heavy checkmark make major cuts. Heavy checkmark possibly even trade Tyreek Hill to free up money. So while Miami is a real threat, the deal isn't guaranteed. But even if they back off, there are plenty of other teams that could swoop in. What should the Chiefs do? This is a nightmare scenario for Kansas City. Losing a key piece of the offensive line right after winning back-to-back Super Bowls would be a major setback for Mahomes and company. But let's be honest, Brett Veach doesn't panic. The Chiefs front office has done an incredible job finding and developing O-line talent. And if Smith walks, you better believe they have a plan. Chiefs Kingdom, sound off. Speech balloon, should the Chiefs fight to keep Trey Smith at all costs? Speech balloon, or should they trust the front office to find his replacement? Fire, let me know in the comments. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more Chiefs updates. Police Scarlight free agency is about to get crazy. Stay locked in. Police Scarlight.